Rafa, first of all, it was a thriller at Upton Park on Saturday. What are your thoughts now when you look back on that game?
I think it was an interesting game for all the fans, our fans and their fans. So really pleased because we won. But, it was exciting, so good.
No doubt you weren't too happy conceding a couple of goals. You're making life a little bit difficult for yourself in some games. Is this a problem that you're working hard to solve?
Yeah, we know that when you make mistakes in the Premier League, you pay for them. So we are trying to avoid these situations, to have more control and be sure that it will be ahead, and then we will not be always coming back.
But at the other end of the field, your team are showing great character at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, that is the positive thing. So when you have the team coming back and scoring goals and winning games, means that the mentality and the character is very good. So that is very, very positive for the future too.
And that's 3 league wins in a row now. Is that just the response you were hoping for after the early season setbacks?
Yeah, I think that the players, they knew that we had to improve, so you could see the reaction has been fantastic, and hopefully will be the same in the next games.
The league table maybe doesn't mean too much at the moment, but with Chelsea having a 100% record, with United into second place, is it important to be up there and not to lose touch?
Yeah, always it's important to be close. You know that it's a long race, but you have to keep going, and if you are close, you know that you can change things in 1 or 2 games. So but the main thing is, as you say, to stay as close as possible.
And before the West Ham game, there was some talk in the papers about Fernando Torres this season and his form. He certainly looks like he's back on fire now, doesn't he?
Yeah, it was interesting because the last week they were asking me a lot of questions about Fernando is fit or is not fit. 1 week later, he's on fire. So I think in football you have to be calm and analyze each game and each week in a different way. So we have to have confidence that he's a good player and he's doing well, and if he can continue scoring goals, everybody will be talking about one of the best strikers in the world.
You did say a few weeks ago that the mixed start to the season perhaps was due to players like Torres coming back to training late. Do you feel now that everything's settled down, that your squad is in top condition?
Still we have some players that has been injured and then they are improving his fitness, but much better. You can see some players that on the pitch you can see that they are sharper, so I think that we are a little bit better, yeah.
So at the moment you've got players coming back from injury, your substitutes bench suddenly looks a lot stronger, you've won a few games in a row, there's a nice momentum building up, isn't there?
Yeah, I think so. I think we have more big names when people talk about these big names on the bench too, but there's still plenty of room for improvement, so I am really pleased that they are coming back, and we will see the best from them in the next games, hopefully.
And will Tuesday night be a chance for the players perhaps who've been on the bench over recent weeks, or a few of your reserve team players, to get a run in this Carling Cup tie? Yeah,
we are considering to make some changes, but you never know how many, so we have to train, see how they feel, and we will use, because we know that will be a difficult game.
And for those players that you do select at Leeds, how big a chance is it for them to come into the team and make you sit up and take notice?
I think that is the right message, to say to the players, listen, you have an opportunity, you have to perform. If we can progress in the Carling Cup, you have more chances, and then everybody can be involved. So I think that is an important competition for us in terms of to give the players these options and to win silverware.
We've seen over past years, haven't we, in this competition, that players can come in and can make a name for themselves.
Yeah, some players that they will not have too many chances in the Premier League, they can fight for his positions here, and then it will be easy for me, for the staff, to analyse if they are ready or not. So I think it's important to progress in the competition.
So although it is only the Carling Cup, motivation for these players shouldn't be a problem, should it?
Has to be an important competition for everyone. So sometimes it's not easy. When a player is playing too many games in the Premier League, maybe he cannot consider the Carling Cup so important, but for us it's very important, and for the players that are not playing now, has to be the most important competition in this moment.
Now Leeds United may be in League One, but a look at their form this season would suggest you could be in for a tough game on Tuesday.
For sure will be a tough game. We know that they have a very good fans behind, so I was watching some games and it will be tough, it will be very difficult.
And when you watch the games, what did you learn about Leeds?
They are strong, they are on fire now, they have confidence, they are working very hard, and they try to play direct play and also on the ground, so it's a mix of style of play. I think will be difficult because they have some good players too.
It's a massive night for them, a big night for their fans. The game is sold out. Should be a great occasion, shouldn't it?
Yeah, again I would say for our players to play in front of, I think, 37,000 people, will be good. So I think that there is an opportunity for us and will be a massive game for them too.
So including the Premier League and the Champions League, you've won 4 games in a row now, and even though you may make some changes on Tuesday, it's important to keep this winning run going, isn't it?
Yeah, the main thing is the mentality of the team, but not just the 11 start of the squad. So if we have a winning mentality in the cup competitions and also in the league, it will be very good, because it will be more difficult for me to decide which player you can choose for every game. So they have to compete and they have to be ready.
I remember last season how disappointed you were when we went out of the competition at Tottenham. Are you desperate for an extended run in this competition this time around?
Yeah, obviously we want to win every game, and in the cup competition you have to win the first one. So if we can win this one, we'll have more chances for more players, and it's silverware, so it's a trophy. We will try to be there in the final if it's possible.
And the final at Wembley is a nice incentive, isn't it, further down the road if we can keep going?
Always to be in a final is a motivation, an extra motivation, and if it's in Wembley it will be much better. So we have to fight from the first minute, because we want to progress in the competition as much as we can.
What's the latest on the injury news, Rafa?
The squad is Nabil is training today, so has been training and really pleased. Agger is training. Normally only Aquilani now is not training with the rest of the team, but the squad is nearly everyone is fit.
Best of luck on Tuesday.
Thank you.